All right, guys, thanks for hopping on tonight's call about hosting awesome free groups and then how to transition those customers into your challenge groups that require a challenge pack purchase. So I know this is something that we all, go through every single month. So I've just been listening to a lot of different coaches' approaches and just wanted to share what I've learned and some personal experience. And I think it's definitely a topic that we can all use to drive our business here in the new year. And I first just want to say thank you for hopping on live tonight. It's always awesome to see all your beautiful faces and not talk to ourselves, but also you just get in the rhythm of, oh, it's Wednesday night, it's time to hop on the team call. Like it took my husband about a year to realize, oh, Wednesday night, it's team call time. But now he knows it's like, okay, I've got bedtime tonight or whatever. So if any of you have spouses or anything like that you have to set aside time for, or make sure you get your kids in bed. That's why we kind of have it around this time. So hopefully our kids can be in bed by this time. Doesn't always work out. Mine are not sleeping right now, but just letting your husband know or whatever, like, hey, Wednesday night or team call nights, and you just get in the rhythm of making that happen. If you write it down on your planner, oh, it's 8:30 EST or whatever your time zone is. It's team call night. So anyways, just thank you guys for making it here. I'm going to open it up, and we're actually going to have Ashley Jaworski be our coach spotlight tonight. She won our coaches only group. So I just wanted, there's definitely been a spark, a light, a fire, something has happened to her the past couple months, and I just want her to share what that is in her words. So go ahead, Ash.
Thank you, Melissa. Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I've been a coach for about 2.5 years and just recently became enrolled again. And I'm married for about 10 years, and I have a little boy who's just one who's very sick tonight. So it's a little hard for me to be on this call with not cuddling him, but I'll do my best if you forgive me. One of the things that I've changed recently for myself is my mindset. Before I've been in, with Beachbody for a long time, and I really love it. I feel it. It's me. It's everything. But I just wasn't fully connected with my passion yet. And I mean, I had passion, but it just wasn't something that was correlating in everything I did. And so I realized one of the big things for that was being a product of the product. There's a reason why it's a vital behavior, because truly it's so vital to your business. It's not just vital to your business, but it's vital to you. If you want people to invest in you, they need to not just invest in themselves. They have to see that you've invested in yourself. You've done what you're saying that can help them. And, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to live my life that way. So when it kind of was told to me, hey, you're kind of not living the life you're saying you're living, even though I just wasn't advertising it. I wasn't posting every day. I wasn't showing that I was doing my workouts. Even though I just wasn't putting it out there. And though it can be sometimes hard to share your story and share your ups and downs and things like that. But once you just do it, it opens yourself up so much more and easier. And I've gained so many more traction with my business, not just with customers, but I have people who want to be coaches now. And it's exciting to see that they've been watching me in my, journey, and they want to be a part of it for themselves too. So don't neglect being a product of the product. I feel like that's one of the things that we kind of sometimes put on the back burner because we're so focused on helping other people that we forget about ourselves. And really that's our core. Who we are and what we do stems to other people. So we really need to focus on ourselves. And that's what I've done recently. And I feel better. I'm more happy. I'm energized. I'm pumped. I'm like living on cloud nine, and people can see it. So, don't stray away from that, and just try the best that you can to be a product of the product, and it'll show and it will help your business.
Thank you, Ashley. And, I don't know if it was that after summit high or what exactly was the clicking. Did you have like a moment that was like a clicking moment and was like, okay, I need this to work. I'm doing it. I'm going all in. I have to be a product of the product. Like, what was that for you?
Well, I think, yes, coming after Summit, that it did change my life, and it was a slow progression changing my life because I realized it was a forever thing at that point. But what really drove it home more for me is the fact that, my husband let me stay home. I don't work anymore. I quit my corporate job last year when I had my son, and I've been staying home. And even though we've been struggling sometimes with that because he's one income, or we're down to one income, and he's a student. So it's everything is on him. And I wanted to take some of that stress off of him. So in order to do that, I really focused more on what I need to do to build my business. And it all started with being a product of the product and taking care of myself. And so knowing that it can be achieved at Summit and seeing all these amazing struggles that people went through. And it was some of the same things I was going through, and then how they overcame them by just sticking to those vital behaviors. It was like, duh, I need to do this. What is wrong with me? Why am I complaining all the time about what's going wrong instead of focusing on what I need to be doing? So just taking a good self-analysis kind of helped kick me into gear.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashley. And for those of you who don't know, she is my coach, or my coach, she is, but my sister-in-law, and she was actually one of my very first coaches. She had canceled and then restarted again, kind of because I made her, because she wasn't doing it for a while, the pregnancy and all that kind of stuff came, but just shows that never give up on somebody, because her heart just wasn't in it back then, but it is now, and it's showing. So anyways, thank you for staying with me for so long, and I'm just excited for where you're about to go. Okay, guys, if you don't have pen and paper, hi, Melissa. I miss you. My old neighbor. Okay, if you don't have pen and paper, go ahead and grab some. I took tons of notes, so hopefully you'll have something that you can write down and apply to your business. So we're talking about free groups, okay? The most common free groups here are the clean eating challenges, right? The crock pot groups, the barbecue groups, a water challenge, a plank. It's really whatever you kind of come up with, and I encourage you to make it something that you're passionate about, because people can, if you're excited about the group that you're about to be running, then the other people are going to feel that. So first and foremost, don't do a group about like all these awesome ab exercises if abs are like the thing that you hate the most. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably not going to be super excited about it. You're going to dread it. So do something that you are passionate about. Maybe you really like planking or clean eating. And honestly, with, the new year coming around, just everybody is looking for something to do, right? Everybody probably has, written on their New Year's resolution or their January goals, I'm going to work out 3 times a week or something, right? So hopefully when they see your post about you hosting a free clean eating group, everybody likes free. So automatically people are going to be like, oh yeah, I can do free, no problem. So if you don't have a free clean eating or crock pot or some kind of group, for January, I want to encourage you to add that to your list. I'm personally going to be doing one on January 4th, just because I like to do my free groups the very first week of the month. And this way, it just sets the tone for the whole month. So, the first week, I'm establishing all these new relationships with people, okay? So they go through 1 week, of getting good results, all that kind of stuff, really establishing trust. Building connections. And then by the 4th week, hopefully, like this call is about, is transitioning them into a challenge pack group. But people aren't going to want to join me if they don't really feel comfortable with me. So that's what these free eating groups are all about, is really getting trust. You're getting people to get quick results. If you really change your diet for 5 days to 7 days, and you're eating totally clean, you're gonna see or feel some type of difference in your body. And that's what we're going for. We want to help people. But I totally understand, it's a free group, I'm not going to get anything out of this. If you have that mentality, it's not going to go well. It's just not. You have to have the mentality of like, I'm going to help everyone and expect nothing. Help everyone, expect nothing. Our big grandma coach, Brandy Botts, is kind of the founder of these free groups. That's what she has posted on her desk. Help everyone and expect nothing. And I just really like that, because if you're not expecting anything, it's just going to come. It doesn't come off. If you're expecting people to purchase something from you, or you're just expecting more out of them, I don't know, they can just feel it. I can feel it when I've been added to groups that people didn't even ask me if I wanted to be a part of. So anyways, I hope that you can adapt that motto. is to help everyone and expect nothing. Some of, your free customers can end up being the foundation of your business. So it's really important to treat that free group as if it's your challenge group, or like they did pay to be in it. Your whole heart should be into it, okay? Not like millions of time and, I don't want you up late. It shouldn't be all of your time devoted to these free groups, but your passion should be there and it should show. Because these people that are in your free groups, they're gonna, you can't just think free group challenge pack. You need to think free group, where's my future coaches? Because, if we're trying to build a business here, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for future coaches. But it's just kind of a process. People join a free group, then they get a challenge pack, and then they become a coach because they fall in love with it all. So there is a system to all of this. Let's see, what was I going to say here? Just like Ashley had mentioned before, when you invest time in someone, they're more likely to invest in you. So we do have, I don't want to put it out there. Somebody had posted in the team page about like people buying off Amazon and stuff like that. Yes, that is an issue. Hopefully they can get rid of it or something, but Beachbody and Amazon are not like together on that. They want people to order from us. And my point is that your relationship with that person should be so close that their goals, you have talked through them, everything, and they want to purchase from you because you've invested so much of your time and stuff like that into them that they are like, I want to make sure you get credit for this. And I love getting messages like that. And it's like, hey, maybe I bought something a long time ago. I just want to make sure you get credit for that. So, there are going to be those people that just want to get those, a deal, and they'll search Amazon, like totally, guilty. Actually, I didn't purchase something on that, but there are top coaches that admit to buying their first thing off Amazon, and that's, I'm not saying anything against that, but what I'm saying is invest in people and they're going to want to invest in you. Let's see. Okay, so when you're announcing your free group, same thing, like you should still apply the jab, 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 hook theory. We've kind of talked about that before, but if you just announce one time, okay guys, I have a free clean eating group, it's starting on January 4th, who wants to do it with me? You might get a good response because it's free, but you'll get an even better response if you put out a couple jabs in there ahead of time. And I'm not saying that I am like wonderful at doing this. I don't always do the jab, 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 hook, but when I do it, I notice a huge difference. So if you go back and you look at my timeline, you'll see that yesterday I posted something about, oh man, the struggle is real, pulling my yoga pants up over my holiday fluff. And 90 people like that. I did not expect that. But it was true. I literally was getting dressed in the morning and I pulled my yoga pants a little higher than I normally would. And I just posted about it. So that was just a little jab, and I got 90 people, or what, your numbers don't matter, but I got a lot of people that commented, yeah, I'm feeling the same way about that. Okay, that's one jab. The next jab was I posted a healthy recipe of like a salad that I had last night, but I posted it today. And then Teresa just actually made it for dinner tonight. And then anyway, so they're just like these little jab, jab, jabs. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to post about my free group. Okay, so however you do it, and you don't have to have 3 jabs and then a hook, but just you need to have a couple jabs before you send out that invite. And what's awesome about free groups is that you can always ask people to tag a friend to do it with you. You can do this in your initial invite, or you can do it once they're in the group and just say, hey, in the top right corner, you can add a friend to this group if you know anyone who's going to be starting a new healthy journey in 2016. Or you can do it in your initial post. Comment, tag a coach below, or tag a coach. Actually, sorry, let me back that up. One thing that I just like to say is instead of telling people just, hey, comment below and I'll get back to you, they don't know what to comment sometimes. So I tell them what to comment. I say, comment below, I want to be healthy, or I do, or whatever. You just make it up. Say, I want to cook with my crock pot, whatever it is. Tell them what to say, and it's just easier for them. They don't have to sit there and think about what to write you in the comment section. They just say it, and then you can also say tag a friend. When you say tag a friend, not only do you get higher up in the news feed because they're tagging their people, and more people are just more likely to see it, and you're expanding your network. just because it's that friend, like that's how I have met many, many people. You know, I basically call them referrals. But it's when you do a free group and they invite somebody, maybe that person that is on your friends list right now isn't ready to purchase a challenge pack even after the free group, but maybe their friend is ready to go all in. So you want to make sure that you're always asking in those free groups to tag a friend or add them in. So that's how you're going to expand your network. And then when you do, make sure you send that person a friend request and message them and say, hey girl, I'm so excited that you're going to be in this group with us. And then leave it at that, and you guys can talk through goals and stuff like that later. But anyways, that's a great way to expand your network. Let's see. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the timing of your free groups. So if any of you are sitting there and saying, crap, I haven't jagged, I'm not ready to hook tomorrow. It's okay, you can hook on Friday, but you need to throw out some jabs tonight or tomorrow. So if your group is starting on a Monday, okay, like a free group, you need to have given them the shopping list before the weekend, you know, at the latest on Saturday morning, so they can go grocery shopping. You know, you can't give it to them Sunday night and expect them to all go to Walmart at 2:00 in the morning to be in your group. That's not going to work. They have to have time to go grocery shopping. So if it starts on Monday, I usually like to add people in or on either Thursday or Friday and give them the shopping list then. Something that I'm learning, failing forward here, is not to just post give them the shopping list so they only have to go to the grocery store once, but give them the meal plan in 2 ways. So divide it up, because how many of you, raise your hands, have hosted a free group where you put a lot of time and effort into that meal plan? They took the meal plan and ran, right? I know that's happened to a lot of us, okay? Because that's what they want. But if you give them the shopping list, they've already invested, they have a week's worth of groceries, and they're trusting you that they're going to make these meals for the first, you know, so or I guess Sunday night, you would give them 3 meals, right? And then, you know, the night before they have to make the next one, in case there's any prep work, give them the next 3 meals. So anyways, that way they have to keep coming back to your page to see that, or to your group, whatever you want to call it. And free groups, I always recommend only being about 5 to 7 days. You definitely don't want to do like a 30-day free group. That's just a lot of time on your part. So keeping it short and sweet, 5 to 7 days, I think is perfect. So, and what was it? Okay, so actually I'm going to go back to that in a little bit. Talking about like, okay, well, where do I get this meal plan? Okay, we do have some in the team files, but I want to encourage you guys to create your own meal plans, okay? Because how many of you have a couple like staple foods in your house or meals that you just go to, okay? Like we all have some, it's a matter of actually making that meal plan, right? So just do it, make the meal plan, make the shopping list, and this way you're gonna have pride and you're gonna invest and you're gonna have ownership over that meal plan. Okay, there's absolutely nothing wrong with using a meal plan that we have done, but I know that I have ran some groups that I just basically took the meal plan from a crockpot group and I was like, oh, please be good, because I hadn't tried the recipe before, and that's like stressful. But if you know that the recipe's good because you tasted it and you created it, then you're way more confident in sharing that and you're more excited about it. So, you know, maybe your meal planning thing is going to take an hour or 2, but guess what? You can reuse that meal plan so many times. Not only can you use it in your free groups, you can use it in your challenge groups. So, however, we do have meal plans provided. Also, oh my gosh, you can just go on Pinterest and Google and find some. I'm just saying, if you're worried about how they taste and all that jazz, just take the time, an hour or 2, and create your own, and you can own that. Let's see. I was listening to Anita Myron, which is also an amazing coach. I don't even know her stats, but whatever, she's a big deal. And I want to make sure you have your pen and paper. I want to write this down. The website is called www.tiecoaching.com. tiecoaching.com. And if you go there, she has like a little section, it says more. And then there's a drop down and it says clean eating group posts. She gives everything. She gives all the daily posts and all that stuff. And she also gives the shopping list and, you know, meal plan and stuff like that. And I'm not saying you need to actually copy everything she does. Definitely make it your own. That's what we do. You know, put your own spin on it. Don't say everything word for word that she used, but it's a good thing to go off of. And there's tons of resources on there. And I didn't even mention this in the beginning, but I'm really excited that we're going to be opening a team website for these trainings, because I want to get away from just all of our stuff on Facebook all the time, like our new coach training, our Push to Emerald training. So I have a friend who's helping me with a website, and we're going to have basically a website kind of like that. So hopefully you'll scroll through her stuff and be like, oh man, this is awesome. I wish we had one of those. We are going to have one this year, and probably in a couple months. It's going to take some time. But anyways, tiecoaching.com, tons of resources there. Another one is a Facebook group called Beachbody Champions. Maybe some of you are in that already. I noticed some people were in, but I don't know if it saved your favorites. You know, we're all part of a million different groups. So beachbodychampions.com, or sorry, Facebook group. And in the file section, there's tons of, meal plans and all kinds of stuff in there too. So it's a great resource if you're trying to think about, what to do next. Excuse me. Sometimes, if you're a brand new coach, it can be scary thinking about what you're going to talk about in your free group. And I just want to encourage you guys, write this down as an action step. So after this call, just think about it, get off here and do this. Make a list of reasons why you love Shakeology and why you love clean eating, or little things that made clean eating easier for your life, or just simplified your life with clean eating. I know that's very vague and probably like, wait, what do I write down? But basically so for me, for example, clean eating definitely makes me feel less bloated. I, stay on the outsides of the shopping. When I go shopping, I pretty much I'll go down an aisle. I'm like, oh crap, I'm going to grab some Ritz. I'm going to grab, I know not to go down the aisles because there's so many temptations there. So for clean eating, for me, that means just stick to the outside perimeter of the grocery store. It means me not feeling bloated. Shakeology simplifies my life. I'm not a cooker, so lunch gets crazy for me. It totally simplifies my life. I have a quick, easy, healthy meal. It keeps me from eating the mac and cheese that my kids eat, so whatever it is, make that list and work those into your free groups, okay? And you can authentically speak about why you love that stuff. So if you're reading through somebody else's template, ask yourself, is this me? Does this really, do I connect with this? And so just having that list will give you some post-piration, I guess you can call it. A couple things questions to ask during the group. So let's kind of transition now to, okay, I get the point. I got to run free groups. This isn't a get rich, fast type of thing. It's really about putting in the hard work now, and all those relationships will flourish. We know that, right? Hopefully your coaches have told you that. But there are some things that we can do to make it go faster, because we don't want you running free groups for the rest of your life, Okay, so a couple questions that you can ask during the group are, what has this group helped? This is more towards the end, but just what has this group helped you with? What has this group helped you with? Have you seen any success with following this clean eating meal plan? Have you seen any success? They might say no. And then you're like, well, did you do it? And they're going to say, no, I ate out every night at Taco Bell. Okay, well, that's why it didn't work. So you can join my next one. What has been your favorite workout off of the Beachbody On Demand so far? Or maybe they already have a program, everybody is different, but just what has been your favorite Beachbody On Demand workout so far? And sorry if I'm going a little over the place, but my mind just triggered. One of the very common questions I get is, how do I get somebody to sign up for a free Team Beachbody membership and it not be awkward if I don't even know them or whatever? And I've just been doing a lot of thinking about this. The past couple free eating groups that I've done, I don't even have them sign up for it. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. I've just had so many people that it just feels awkward. I don't know how to bring that up. And we can give you examples for how to do that. But if your relationship's not there yet, if you've never even met this person, if it's somebody off Instagram or it's a friend of a friend, and it just kind of feels like, oh, here's my free group, but here's the strings that are attached. You have to sign up for this. Okay. So anyways, it's not a rule that in order to be in a free group, you have to sign up for a team membership. But they can if you want to do that too. But what can make it a little bit more natural is if they don't have a fitness program and plan, you can have them sign up for the Beachbody On Demand, the free 30-day trial. And then they automatically become your customer. So if somebody does not have a workout, regimen or anything, you're like, oh, well, if you sign up for this free membership, you'll get it for 30 days and you can just test it out and do the workouts in the group. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. If somebody doesn't have a plan already, and hopefully, I'm going to invest so much time into them that they're going to want to sign up with me at the end anyways. But a question you can ask to make sure that you're not investing all this time into somebody is, are you already working with a coach, or do you already have a coach, or something like that? So, but anyways, that's just a question I get asked a lot, and, every coach is different, but that's just kind of my approach on it. Let me see here. I know we're getting kind of close to the end, and I want to leave. If anybody has a question while I'm talking, just unmute yourself and ask it.
Hey, Melissa.
Yep.
You said it was Thai Coaching. I looked it up, and I think it's thaicoaches.com. TIECOACHES.com.
Okay. Try those out.
I want to check that one.
Thank you. Try thaicoaches.com, I guess. What was I going to say here? Sorry, lost my train of thought. Oh, creating a welcome video for your your free groups is an awesome thing to have. You can make it super generic so that you can use the same video over and over again, and you can make it, upload it to YouTube or save it in your phone, but just welcoming them to the group and asking them to tag a friend or add a friend. So that just makes it a little bit more personable. Once you hear somebody's voice, you see them, you just feel like you get to know them better. So I like to open up groups with some sort of welcome video. Another thing I want to mention is, if you're like, oh, I want to run a group on the 4th, or whenever you want to do it, I encourage you to, team up with a couple coaches, 3 to 4. I wouldn't go any more than 4, but look for people that are different than you. Okay, because probably all the people that are joining you, or maybe not, are more like you. Maybe they're, like I'm a mom, so maybe a lot of my people are moms, but some of my people are working women, and they don't relate with staying at home all day and having to cram in my workout during the, nap time hustle. But if a working mom comes in, she's like, I have to get my workout done in the morning or right when I get home from school. It just helps to have different types of personalities so everybody can connect to somebody different. So if you're teaming up with someone, don't look for your match, your bestie. Like, look for somebody who's different from you and can add value to the group. Okay, let me see here. I have a ton of notes here. I feel like I'm going to get cut off. One second, guys. Okay, yeah, definitely figuring out people's goals is always something that we have to do. And really, we're talking about transitioning into a challenge group. So I don't want to lose sight of that. But really, the legwork for getting people into a challenge group starts when you're in your free group. You can ask people, okay, what did you like about this challenge group? Or what did you like about sticking to the meal plan? And or about this group, somebody might say, I really, really, really liked all the accountability. Like, I loved having a workout or posting a pretty picture of my meal. And go after that, strike where the iron's hot, or whatever you want to call it. But if someone says, I love the accountability, reply back to them or message back, say, you know what, I love that you love the accountability. If you liked it in this group, you're going to love it in a challenge group, because it's just, enhanced, or there's more people that are more motivated because they've invested. So whatever they say they like about your group, tell them that you can get that plus more in your accountability group, which I think is awesome. So really just connecting with them, because some people like the accountability, some people like the friendships, some people like, the structured of it. Everybody's different. And so say you're running a free group from Monday to Sunday. So the day before your group ends, whatever that is, if it's a 5-day group, do it on Thursday. You know what I mean? So the day before your group ends, that's when you announce inside of your free group when your challenge group's going to be. Okay. And same thing, say comment below, I'm ready to go all in. You really just want to make sure you want to set the tone for your free challenge groups, that those are like just the starting. It's just the tip of the iceberg. You're just getting started, and I'm here. If you want to be here with me, I'm here to like take you through your entire health journey. So just letting them know that this is just the beginning, guys. We don't just eat clean for 7 days and then, I'm done with you type thing. Let them know that you always have what's next, People have been asking what's next. So that's, the day before your group ends, that's when you tell them that. Now, when you're planning out your month, you need to remember this. Okay, so your next challenge group needs to be starting probably 2 weeks after that one ends, so that they have time to, you have time to talk through their goals, figure out which program they want, and they have time to order and ship it. So you definitely have to have a little bit of planning into that. And so that's what I like to do. Free group in the beginning of the month, a challenge group at the end of the month. And it's just been a really good rhythm personally for me. But you can, you look at your schedule and it can be different, but you need to have a week or two in between for timing. So let's see. Does anybody have any questions about anything? If not, I'm just going to keep rambling, but please stop me if something comes to your mind. Let's see.
I have a question, Melissa.
Yeah. What's up?
So how often do you do like one free group a month and one challenge group a month? Like, how often do you suggest doing a free group?
Yes, I try, like, just to keep it spicy in my life, I like to switch it up and do different themed groups. But yes, I always do a free group in the beginning of the month and then a challenge group at the end.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I do. And you can go at your own pace. If you're thinking, whoa, I don't know if I can do 2 groups, like figure out what works for you. But personally, I think that that's just a really good rhythm to get into. And also getting in the rhythm, and no matter what your schedule looks like this month I tried to do it and I'm like, oh wait, I'm going to be out of town for a new leader conference. I'm like, no, I'm sticking. It's January. I am getting in a rhythm. I'm getting in a schedule no matter where I am. That's the beauty of this business, is we can run our business on the go. So anyways, just figuring out the rhythm of your groups is super important, and sticking to it no matter what your schedule looks like. But we have the flexibility to bluff it a couple weeks. So that's helpful. And just so you know, I'm going to post, I kind of made up my invite, the wording on it to invite to the clean eating group. And I'm going to post that under the team page here. And again, don't just copy and paste it, because a lot of us do have, friends, mutual friends and stuff like that. And we don't want it to just be a total duplication, but just make it your own. You can totally, I'm not saying you can't copy and paste it, but add you into it. Add whatever you're struggling. And I guarantee you, if you don't have a picture of your face on it, or if you don't have a picture or a wording about what you're struggling with and going through it and why you're hosting that group, you're going to get way less likes. If you just put up a picture that Beachbody put out and say, join my group, it's starting this day, you're not going to get as much traction as if you share from your heart why you're doing this and why you want others to do it with you. So really take some time and think about that invite post, because it is important. And the other question I get all the time is, how do I word this? Or how do I invite somebody from this, from the free group to the challenge group? And every single person is different. I don't have something that I copy and paste, and that's why that question is really hard. If you post an example or like put a scenario behind it, like this girl, had this kind of transformation, she doesn't want to go all in because of finances or whatever, then I can give you a better example of what I'd say. But every single person is different, and you have to treat each person and look at their goals, what they want, and where they are in their fitness level to where they want, how to invite them to the challenge group. So that question is really hard to answer, because everyone's different. But really I want you guys to get in the habit of running free groups and loving them, like really realizing how much there is, how much value that you're offering to people, and keeping a list of all those people that added to your group. We're probably going to get cut off here. It says less than a minute, and I know I've been chatting. So if anybody thinks of a question, just post it in the Team Strong page underneath, this whole link, or, wherever I posted this, and I'll try to answer it, or anybody can. Teresa, do you have anything to say before we get cut off?
Nope, you pretty much covered it. You rock at free groups, so this is all you.
All right. Well, thank you. But yeah, if you're